What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Chargers fans, will y'all just pipe down and let the real Cowboys fans stand up? And you're now tuned into the Cowboys fans only channel. So if you're new, do your boy a huge favor. Comment, like, subscribe somewhere down there, somewhere down there, somewhere down there. And be sure to turn that notification bell to stay updated with all Dallas Cowboys content, man. I appreciate all the support. We're continuing to climb. We're continuing to grow. I love all support, whether it's Twitter at jtuck151, whether it's on the YouTube channel, whether it's cowboysfansonly.com where everyone's buying their merch. You know the vibes, man. I appreciate all the support, man. And we are starting to get into the thick of this Dallas Cowboys season. So we're going to have a lot of fun. So tonight, I ain't even going to call this guy a guest, man, because he's really like my brother, man. Like, this is my brother. And he, like, really represents why I do this, all right? Because he was just a guy, we kind of did a few shows, met in the chat, talking Cowboys content, and we instantly just clicked, man, and we became like family, man, and that's something I definitely cherish, man. When we were out there in Tampa, you saw us together, man. We had a great time, even though we did take an L. So Cowboys fam, I'd like to welcome to the show, my bro, SoFlo Cowboys, Jonathan in the house. What's going on, bro?
What's up, bro? Appreciate you having me on here, man.
Yeah, anytime, bro. Like I said, man, my house is your house, man. Like I said, it's not even a guest. You know, you're more like fam, man. But I appreciate you for coming on, my bro. Like, you do great things. Great guy. Like I said, we have fun out in Tampa.
Appreciate you, bro. You know how we do it, man.
Even though we didn't turn out with the dub, man, we still had fun in Tampa. But for the people who might be seeing you for the first time, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, you could follow me at How About Them Cowboys on Twitter. And then we've got the other channel I usually do with my wife. It's SoFlo Cowboys. It's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, every social media platform. Check us out on YouTube. Like and subscribe. And we'll try to bring you guys some content this year.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Also, my guy SoFlo, like, he has one of my favorite man caves. Him and Mike Tag, man, their man caves are lit, man. I gotta step my game up a little bit because they both got pools. I ain't got no pool. And I was like, talking to my wife, I was like, you know, Mike and Jonathan, they got pools. He was like, no, that's not happening. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, before we start, y'all, CFO gang, yesterday was my guy Jonathan's birthday. So happy birthday to you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely, man. So I hope you had a good one. Now, if you didn't see it on Twitter, like I said,
oh, no.
Me and my guy Jonathan, we were out there in Tampa for the game. We had a good time. We went out to NFL Experience. And
amazing time.
He decided, all right, let's run the 40, right? So if you look here, here's me and Jay lined up. Run the 40.
Here we go. Oh, man.
It's not how you start the race, it's how you finish the race, man. So a lot of people are asking what happened. So I'm going to tell my side of things, and I'll let you tell your side of things, bro. Now, I already did a punt challenge. So I did a punt challenge out there. And before I went, there was a girl, she was going like full throttle, and because it was raining, and she slipped and almost ended her life. So I was kind of just like, you know, going through the motions because I had on jean shorts and, you know, my good shoes and didn't want to get my new Zeke jersey all dirty. So I was going through the motions, right? My guy John was like, we got to run the 40, run the 40. I'm like, bro, I'm not about to run the 40 on this wet grass. He was like, nah, you got to run against me. You got to run against me. I'm like, bro, it's soaking wet. It's slick. And he was like, nah, we got to go. I was like, all right, fine. So we line up. So a lot of people think I'm slow as molasses. I'm not that slow, y'all.
He kept up.
I was being cautious because it was wet out there, and I wasn't about to bust my ass out there. Now,
I told him too. I told you I was gonna fall. I told you I was gonna slip, bro.
I know you kept saying I'm gonna fall. I was like, all right, so why are we running? So y'all see Jonathan, like, he takes out, like, he's breaking. I'm like, all right, bro. And then all of a sudden, I look down, and he's just like sliding. I'm like, all right. It is what
you looked at me with that eye contact, like, what are you doing on the ground, bro? I'm like,
because I didn't want to step on you, bro. I was like, you know, so I didn't want to step on you.
I'm still sore from that, man. I got like bruised ribs from that fall. It hurt, but it was worth it, man. It was worth it. It's all fun, man. Just to be in the NFL experience, just for us to do that, and the punt return skills, and just being in the atmosphere, man. It was so much fun. But that fall was hilarious, though. My family found it real funny.
Yeah. We were laughing, man. We were about to go viral, man. We didn't put it on TikTok and all that stuff, man. But it was definitely a fun time out there. So if anyone ever goes to like the NFL draft, which will be in Vegas, also, I mean, the Super Bowl, but also like some of these opening games, they have these NFL fan experiences. I definitely recommend every NFL fan to go, because even though I'm not a Bucs fan, I mean, there was Derek Brooks out there. There were so many different, you know, Bucs legends out there having a good old time, man. So it was definitely a fun experience. So if you ever have the opportunity to go, I would definitely take the opportunity
A lot of fun.
and go
A
out
lot
there.
of fun.
Now, before we get to the Chargers, man, because like I said, we were out there, man. We was repping our team hard. Let's go ahead and dive in a little bit, just briefly, about what we saw last Thursday night versus the Bucks, man. Because you were livid. Like, we were gonna do a live show after the game. I was like, I can't. We're like, we can't. So tell me a little bit about your thoughts, man, and how you feel today compared to how you felt last Thursday.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It took me a while. You know that. You saw me the day after, man. And I you know what? As much as I want to hang out, I was like, man, I'm out of here, man. Like the game the night before, that Friday, when we woke up, man, I was like, even the whole night, I was complaining, man. I was like, can't believe we had him. We had him. You know, I just wanted to shut up all those Bucks fans. I mean, all the Brady fans. I mean, if you ask Jay Tuck when we were out there, man, there was no Bucks fans. That was all Brady and Gronk fans
jerseys,
out there.
Brady Gronk jerseys. And there was a guy sitting in front of us. I was like, "Oh man, how long have you been a Bucks fan?" He's like, "Well, actually, I'm a Patriots fan. And,
Everybody,
but, I'm a Patriots fan. I love Tom Brady." He's like, "Okay, cool." And then like second quarter, he literally, like, John was right there. He's like, "Hey man, actually, I've been a Bucks fan. I've been coming to games for almost 8 years now. So I don't want you to think I'm a band. Hey,
he was a bandwagon.
Hey,
he tried to clarify. We were like, we don't care, man.
It's okay, man. It's all right. Be a bandwagon, man. But
dude, we just being in that atmosphere was amazing. The kickoff, the national anthem, the Jets flying over. I mean, all the flags flying. It just being there, like we were like behind enemy lines, just sitting there. You know, we were surrounded by Bucks fans, and you know, we wanted to win the game. And at the end of the day, we played hard.
Right.
The Cowboys played really hard in that game, and we had a shot, but there was some mistakes there. I rewatched the game when I got home, and I know Jay Tuck did that night. I don't know how he did it because I was so pissed off. Because the next morning he's like, "Man, I rewatched the game." I'm like, "Oh man, I can't watch it yet." But I came home, watched it, saw some crazy stuff. I didn't even know that D-Law was that close to stripping the ball.
That close, man.
On that almost that Diggs pick. If Diggs just mistimed it,
right?
You know, he just barely timed it, but. It was just we were unlucky, bro. We were unlucky. There's so many things that happened in that game. We should have beat him. We didn't. But the season continues. It's a long season. We're gonna keep fighting. But I do like the way Dak came out and played, and our receivers were just doing their thing, man. It was good to watch Dak come back from such a serious injury and play like that and shut up a lot of people, because a lot of people have been doubting him. And especially with that arm injury, people are like, "Oh, the man came out and threw 58 times, bro." And did his thing. So as much as we were disappointed that we still are disappointed in that loss, but you know, we got a long season ahead of us, bro.
Yeah, and I was saying this, bro. We saw it. Like the energy just felt different with this team from watching them warm up, from the moment they entered the field. I just knew this team was ready. I could just look at Dak, the way he was carrying himself, like it was a different type of focus. And I believe a lot goes into place, what you already said. It was a Super Bowl-like atmosphere. Like they had flags waving, Jets, they had huge Super Bowl trophies, like the whole nine. It felt like that experience. So the greatest takeaway that I'm taking from that game from last week is a lot of our young guys who've never been in a playoff game before, who never kind of been in that environment, every environment moving forward until you get to a Super Bowl type game should be okay enough to handle, because that was as much of a Super Bowl. I mean, because actually there was more people in that game last Thursday night than it was when the Bucks actually won the Super Bowl, because it was at full capacity. And so it was great to get a lot of our young players, our young core, to get that experience. Like I said, it was hard watching the game the second day, man. I kind of sit in my hotel room and just like pretty much just upset, man, like a big ass baby. Man. But there were so many opportunities to win that game. So what my main focus is that we carry what we did last Thursday night into Sunday night's matchup, which we'll definitely talk about. I want to take a quick second to holler at everybody in the chat. What's up, Joseph, my guy? What's up, Shane? What's up, Professor O? Blowing me kisses. I appreciate it.
Professor O's in the building.
What's up, knee boy? Giants won't be able to really assess Jones if Gare's. Yep. See that? So keep the questions coming. My guy Mars in the house. Benjamin Budenhausen. Okay, I'm a Chargers fan, but I saw your video with GAC and respect you, bro. You're a great host. Hey, I appreciate that, man. The Chargers fans, to be honest with you guys, they've been showing me lots of love, man. So I appreciate all the Chargers fans. Even though this is Cowboys fans only, we welcome all NFL fans except those Eagles fans. You know, that's a different story. What's up, my guy Josh? What's up, Kevin, man? So keep the questions coming. We're definitely going to dive into that. But let's move forward, man, because we can't relish in the past. We can't relish in the past.
We have to. As much as we wanted to win that game and as close as we were, we've got a long way to go, bro.
Right. So what's done is done. So this week has been a rough week for us Cowboys fans, man. Injury after injury, COVID still emerging within our locker room. I mean, it's still adding up today. So it looks like DeMonte Casey had a thigh injury. He's kind of showing up in the report. He was limited in today's practice. We have Donovan Wilson out with the groin. And then the ultimate loss was DeMarcus Lawrence breaking his foot, going to be out to 6 to 8 weeks possibly, man. So tell me how you feeling right now after seeing all these injuries starting to add up. Do you feel like we're starting to get back into 2020 mode again?
Dude, it's concerning. Very concerning. I mean, as much as optimistic as we want to be, next man up, like Jason Garrett would always say, it's concerning, bro. We've got to be realistic. Mm-hmm. I mean, D-Law, right, his pass rushing skills, we haven't seen those sacks like he had created in that contract year. We haven't seen that. But with all that said, D-Law is still the best defensive player on our team. He sets the edge like no one can in the NFL. He's such a good run defender. We are going to miss that, bro. Mm-hmm. We are going to miss that on the field. Just a leadership also. For 6 to 8 weeks, man, it's going to be tough. Dorrance Armstrong's going to have to play well. He's going to have to come in and step up, Basham, Bradley and I, all these guys are going to have to step up the edge position. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, man. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say, hey, we'll be fine. I mean, losing D-Law is huge. Just his leadership on the field. He's been in big games. He's been here for a while. You know, he's like that veteran presence that we need for all these young guys. And not having him out there is going to hurt. And now we got Randy Gregory with the COVID. We don't know if he's going to play yet. Injuries and COVID is just building up on us right now. We don't need this going into this game. And we're going against an explosive offense, man. Herbert will let it rip on us. So hopefully we can get a pass rush somewhere, somehow somebody can step up.
Yeah, man. And I would say this, like, I know a lot of people are up and down when it comes to DeMarcus Lawrence, but everything that you mentioned, bro, is right on. Like, he does a lot of things that the average casual fan doesn't see, because I say this, and I even said this, this past week, is that DeMarcus Lawrence necessarily doesn't jump off the screen in a lot of cases, but he's consistent in his play. And so a lot of things, like, they have to shift towards his side, because you always have to respect him, because he's going to have pressure. He's going to be in the backfield. He's going to be consistent with his play. But when you take him out the picture and you also take Randy Gregory out the picture, now it's two huge question marks. Even if DeMarcus Lawrence was gone and we still had Randy Gregory out there, I would be okay. You know, I would feel a lot better. But now we're relying on a lot of players, even though Dorrance Armstrong has gotten some experience. You mentioned Basham, you mentioned Bradley and I, Chauncey Golston, who's, an unproven rookie.
We haven't seen him play. Yeah, we haven't seen him play yet.
There's a lot of unproven when it comes to this pass rush. So it's going to be interesting to see, how does Dan Quinn make it work? Now, let me know in the chat. This is my thought process, and let me know how you think about this, bro. I feel like the Cowboys now, they have enough ingredients where they could possibly go to a 3-4 defense and also play more of a 3-3-5 in nickel coverage, because you can also use Keanu O'Neal, he's like a linebacker, but he's a safety. So you kind of have that flexibility with him. And I feel like that might fit what we currently have, because I just don't think that at the 4 down lineman, if you have Basham, you have, say, not Bohanna, but let's say you have Urban, you have Osa, and I don't know who you're going to toss on the other side, maybe Anai. Like, I don't feel like that gets it done, but I feel like our linebacker core, if you were able to run a 3-4, you can get creative in your blitz schemes where you can use Parsons, Jalen, LVE, and Keanu O'Neal out there on the same time to create pressure. So it's going to be interesting to see how Dan Quinn utilizes what we have in-house.
I don't think Dan Quinn, we already saw in the offseason, we saw who Dan Quinn was rolling at linebacker, right?
Right.
Keanu O'Neal and Micah Parsons. That's his guys.
That's the guys.
It's going to force him now. Jalen Smith's going to have to play, and Van Der Esch is going to have to play as he might not like it, but they're going to have to play now. And we're going to see Micah rushing the passer on more downs. We're going to have to see him at defensive end. Like you said, a 3-3-5 just makes it up. And the biggest thing to me is our rush defense, which has always been so bad, statistically bad last year and the year before that. And going into this year, that first game, we did a good job, but now you take away probably our best rush defender also. In D-Log, just forget the pass rush. This guy is a monster when it comes to the run. He creates havoc. So that's another thing. Forget the passing game now. We got to worry about the running game now. And we did such a good job containing the Bucs in the first game. That's another concern going against Austin Eckler now in the Chargers offensive line. So we're gonna have to mix it up in coverage, and Jalen and Van Der Esch are gonna have to step it up in the next 6 to 8 weeks, because they're gonna be seeing a lot more playing time, bro.
Right, because as much as Cowboys fans was anti-Jalen, they were hitting me up today.
He's
and
going to see the field.
we need Jalen and we need LVE, especially in this situation.
Right now.
And I agree, bro. Like that depth, that extra layer of depth with this linebacker core, we're going to have to get more creative in getting pressure. Because I just don't think, just from a pass rushing ability, I think Dorrance Armstrong is okay, but like my guy Marv said, he's just a guy. He's just a guy. DeMarcus Lawrence
he had a good offseason though. Dorrance had a good offseason. He had a great preseason game. I can't remember what team he played, but he wrecked them. Can't remember what team he played, but he looked great. But again, we're talking about a real game here. We're going against the Chargers, a great offense here. He's gonna have to step it up and do his thing. They gotta prove it first. We've got to see how this defense is gonna look without D-Law. Mm-hmm. And can we stop the run? And can we stop the pass? It's going to be interesting to see what happens now. D-Law's a big loss, man. And I want to be optimistic. I want to be like most Cowboy fans say, hey, next man up. We can do this thing. But it's tough to replace your best defensive player, bro. For 6 to 8 weeks, it's tough.
Right. And I want to take a second to talk to the Cowboys fan, right? So here's what my guy John is trying to say. We are still optimistic. I'm not team tank right now. I'm not team tank.
We always want to win. Don't get it twisted. Right. We're Cowboy fans. We want to win.
Exactly.
Let's keep it real.
But with the injuries that are starting to mount up, you have Lyle Collins on suspension. It's just, it starts to relish like, damn, here we go again. And so that's what I've been trying to explain on Twitter. It's not like I'm out on the season, but it makes things a lot tougher when you're missing your 2 starting pass rushers. You're missing your starting right tackle. You're possibly missing your starting strong safety. You possibly can now be missing your starting free safety. And
we still got a kicker issue.
We still got a kicker issue, right? And so those little things add up. Now, just like John said earlier, going to Tampa, I'm never going to doubt number 4, Dak Prescott. So as long as number 4 is back there, we are always going to be in the game. But it's like, damn it. And then also toss in Michael Gallup as well. And so
I told you this earlier in the week, man. Are we going to break Dak's back the same way we did Romo? Is this what we're going to have the man doing?
And that's what it feels like. It's just like, all right, Dak, get it done. Like, Dak, get it done.
It's going to be on 4 shoulders. We're going to have to score. We're going to have to match points with every team we play because we're gonna have a problem here on defense, and we didn't really talk about Anthony Brown's performance last week. We didn't get to CB2 yet. We didn't even talk about that corner position. So, I mean, we've got some issues here. We're gonna have to battle. Dak's gonna have to score, bro. We're gonna have to put up points.
Exactly. So the conversation has been coming down to air the ball out, air it out, kind of like what we saw versus Tampa, versus being more balanced and getting Ezekiel Elliott involved. Where do you stand where it comes to that conversation, bro?
I thought about that all week. I'm glad you brought that up, man. I was talking to my wife about this all week. I talked to some friends. There's some people down here telling me the Cowboys need to trade Zeke. They're saying this. They're saying that. Look, when Zeke's on, bro, he's on. Mm-hmm. He's top 5 running back in the league. The problem here right now with this team, going back to last year, and even in the first game, we looked at each other and we were like, you looked at me and you looked at the scoreboard and you're like 4 attempts for Zeke in the first half.
Right.
And we were like, I understand the Bucs front 7 is good. I give it to him. But you have a $90 million running back there. You've got to run him 4 times. That last drive, the Bucs should never see that ball back.
Right.
Zeke should be pounding that ball, getting 3rd and short, get a first down, and take over the game. Why are we throwing the ball? Why? It's just mind-blowing to me right now. And I understand we had some problems at the offensive line, but it's like, what's our identity right now? Like, where are we going? Kellen Moore threw the ball 58 times. It's like
58 times.
And I don't see that changing right now going forward. Are we paying Zeke $90 million to carry the ball 4 times in the first half? And I understand. I get it. Tampa's got a good front 7. Vita Vea, Ndamukong Suh, but you've got to feed 21. We looked at each other. You had his jersey on. We were like,
right.
When it was that last drive, like, all right, here we go. 21. Brady's not touching his ball back. But then you kind of see what Kellen Moore is trying to do with this offense. Kellen Moore is adapting to the new style of the NFL where you're throwing the ball 40 to 50, 60 times a game.
Right.
But is that what we're really trying to do when you paid a guy $90 million? Like,
yeah.
21 is a beast back there, man.
And here's what I want to say, y'all. I was kind of going back and forth because, like I said, we were at the game. And then, of course, I watched the broadcast, kind of the replays of the game. But until I got my hands on the film, and I had to go deep to get it, y'all, just to be honest with you. I looked at things, and even when Tampa had 7 in the box, 8 in the box in the first quarter when Zeke was getting his touches, he was getting almost 4 to
Couple
5 yards
yeah.
a clip.
Yep, he was.
And so I was like, well, it couldn't have been Tampa's scheme because even when they had the box stack, we still ran the ball with Zach Martin out and Ezekiel Elliott was still getting yardage. So I really don't know why they abandoned the run. And I feel like the reason why is just as you mentioned, we are transcending into a different era of Dallas Cowboys football because people forget, not only is Dak Prescott a mate, man, and he got his money, Kellen Moore came back from Boise, he got his money, and the new focus of a lot of teams around the NFL is being more pass dominant. And so I feel like what the Cowboys are doing, they're transitioning that way, but they're still trying to figure out how do we work Ezekiel Elliott. So when it comes to week 2, and I've been tweeting this all week, y'all, this will tell us everything that we need to know. Because we're supposed to be on a game plan basis. If we come out on Sunday and the game plan looks the same versus what the Chargers were allowing versus Washington, and you saw some of those guys getting the runoff versus Washington, and we are still going to be more pass dominant, it just lets me know that that's going to be the future of Dallas Cowboys football.
That's the future of us. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's how I feel, bro. Exactly what you just said. That's what I was telling everybody. Like, if we come out here in the second game and we're just throwing 40 to 50 times a game and we're using Zeke to chip, I mean, $90 million running back to just a chip and not giving him the ball, I'm going to be very disappointed because 21 looked good in the offseason, his workout and everything. I thought he was going to come in that Tampa game and just wreck him, man.
Right.
But we just aired it out, and I understand that. I mean, we got the weapons on the outside, but you can't forget 21 back there. Again, I'm going to go back to 4 carries in the first half.
Yeah, that's
we
just
looked at each other,
ridiculous.
and we were like,
I was
man,
that can't be right. I was like, that can't be right. You know, like,
I mean, even on the last drive, I don't even remember the last drive. That first time when they threw the ball, I think it was an incompletion or a penalty or whatever after the CeeDee Lamb catch.
Yeah.
The next play, Zeke had a half-yard gain. We could have run on a first down. We could have kept running that ball and chewing that clock, but for some reason, Kellen Moore was just airing it out. And like you said, I think if this game we come out here and we start doing that over again, it's going to be our new identity no more. It's no more that running game like we always wanted.
Because I posted the picture on Twitter, the meme on Twitter, like Zeke should be our wild thing. If you ever watched the movie Major League,
oh yeah, I saw you tweet it.
When it's time to close and when it's really winning time, that's when we should lead on number 21. And I felt like that final drive, just like you said, bro.
Me too. We both did.
The incomplete pass to CeeDee Lamb. You had the holding that put like those little things left, those little seconds that added up to give the ball back to Tom Brady. Like if you were just hand the ball to Zeke, kept them burning timeouts.
Eat that clock,
because you were saying like, oh, that's a runoff. And they had the penalty when Tampa had the penalty.
Remember that? Yep.
But they were able to use a timeout and stall that because they had timeouts. And so you cannot abandon the run game. I see my guy Professor O saying air it out does not mean Zeke shouldn't get touches, extended handoffs in space. Yeah. When you go back and actually watch the film of the game, there were so many times that Zeke was open underneath and Dak wasn't even looking that way because
Dak was going down the field, man.
Dak was locked in. He was in his groove. He was like wanting his moment, which rightfully so. I get it.
We can all admit that's Dak's probably best game we've ever seen him play in his career.
Dak was fully in his bag, but there was the play when he took the sack, I believe. I think it was JPP with the sack. Like Zeke was wide open, like in the out route, but he wasn't looking that way. And so it's going to be interesting to see how does Ezekiel Elliott utilize his offense moving forward.
Again, I'm going back to what you just said, and this Chargers game is going to be so important going forward. Is what's our identity going forward now?
Right.
Like if you see Zeke get a couple carries and we just abandon it, well, wait a minute, we're paying him $90 million to just have him chip, and like it's going to be this game's going to tell us a lot coming up this week and how we rolled over from week 1.
Right. So you keep speaking about chipping. So Ezekiel Elliott, of course, they're probably going to utilize him a little bit more. But based on Mike McCarthy's conversations, but actually scratch that. Based on Jerry Jones' conversation, Terrence Steele will be the starting right tackle, man. So tell me, one, how do you feel about that? And how do you think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to help Terrence battle against one of the best NFL pass rushers in Joey Bosa?
I hate that. I feel like Zach Martin should be out there. And Connor McGovern should stay at right guard. Connor did a good job in that game, man. He had some nice blocks.
Zach
he had some
Martin
nice pancakes.
said, listen, I'm a right guard.
Listen, man. Terrence Steele, I don't know, man. Last time we seen him, he wasn't consistent. He could have a long day. I think what's going to happen is he might start, and by the third, fourth possession, he's out of there. They book him, Zach Martin's. So we can't, it's not set in stone yet.
Right.
We're saying this, but anything can change throughout the game because Zach Martin has that flexibility where you could say, okay, Terrence Steele's not playing well. let's put Zach Martin out there and put Connor McGovern at guard. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm terrified. You can say that I'm terrified with Terrence Steele starting at right tackle, because I would prefer Zach Martin out there and then Connor McGovern staying at right guard. But we'll see how the game progresses. If they go that way, if Steele starts at right tackle, we'll see how the first couple possessions are. If he's getting beat by Bosa or whoever's out there, we got to make that change, because Ford could have a long day if these guys are getting at him. We got to protect him.
Exactly. You got to protect Ford. You got to shift your protections, maybe right a little bit. So you might be leaving Tyron Smith on the island a little bit, which if you look at the Chargers front four, okay, they have Bosa at the linebacker, but I think that Tyron can manage, so you can shift.
They got Linval Joseph down there. They're not really, other than Bosa, I'm not really concerned about them like
exactly.
that.
So you can slide right to protect Steele. You can have a tight end back there to chip off. You can use Ezekiel Elliott as well. So you have to get creative, but you cannot leave him on the island. And my biggest thing that's going to make me blow up, bro, everyone, if we're sitting back watching this game and Joey Bosa is just dominating Terrence Steele, just dominating, forcing turnovers, getting sacks, and then they say, all right, now let's switch, I'm going to be pissed off, because that lets me know that Cowboys are not proactive, they're more reactive. So instead of just nipping us in the butt before we even go into the game, they're going to let him go out there, the opportunity for us, things to happen that can change the course of a ball game, and then we want to adjust it. I'm just not personally a fan of it. Now, I know you've been hearing conversations that Terrence Steele won the offensive all-season award, and he's been in the weight room, that Dak said.
I heard that too.
But we all seen preseason.
He's getting wrecked.
I didn't see improvement when I was in Oxnard. Let me know in the chat, y'all. Did y'all see improvement from Terrence Steele in preseason? I didn't see it.
I can't remember what game it was in preseason, but him and Brandon Knight were getting wrecked.
They both got
they were getting I think it was it Cooper Rush, or they were getting murdered back there, man. So it's very concerning. You don't want Ford getting touched, bro. Like
you don't.
I'm not going through last year. We're not going through last year again, man. And so yes, please. I mean, if we can't get Zach Martin at right tackle and leave Connor McGovern at right guard, because it could be a long day. And by the time we blink, a turnover or so, something happens, we blink. Oh, we should have started Zach Martin at right tackle. But that's how I feel. Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy, they have a different saying. They look like they want Terrence Steele starting. So we'll see, man. But I'm very concerned. Your question was, how concerned is you, bro? I'm concerned, man.
They're high on this kid, man. It's undrafted free agent. Like the Cowboys believe in him. So
we're gonna have to see. We'll
definitely see. I'm gonna hop in the chat, man, see what's going on. Salute to everyone. Like I said, comment, like, subscribe. Let's get those likes up. Let's see here. Mendoza, what's up, my guy? Sorry about that fantasy football. Like we got that matchup, man. So I had to handle business. He said, I'm hoping Big Duke is right on this one. Yeah, I mean, and I think Big Duke sees something in Terrence Steele. I think the Cowboys see something in Terrence Steele. But this is Joey Bosa. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like Matt O just said, you have Bosa versus the 104th best offensive tackle in the league.
Oh man, that's worrisome, man. Like, I don't know.
It's not that Terrence. I mean, I'm not saying he's awful, but you're putting him in there with one of the best in the NFL. It's not like he's getting a warm up game, or a few games. Like like you are tossing him into the fire, and so you gotta have a plan. Because I went back the other day and I watched film of that Browns game. I'm just like, bro, this is not going to work. Like Garrett just had like a field day because it was just easy money. And I do not want to go through that on Sunday versus the Chargers, because we know what Joey Bosa is capable of doing.
And like Matt just said, like Dalton Jarwin should chip. I mean, they will have to chip,
right?
Because he's gonna need help, man.
Right.
Terrence Steele, we can't expect the all pro Terrence Steele to be out there. He's gonna need help, bro. Right. This is the real game now. We saw him in preseason, so it'll be interesting, man. And I just think if he's not performing after the first couple possessions, you got to get him out of there, bro, because it could be a long day for us.
Yeah, I agree. So let's dive a little bit deeper into this Chargers matchup. So, of course, they beat the Washington football team on Sunday. It was a close game. Fitzmagic did get hurt. But tell me, what were some of the things that you saw versus the Chargers that kind of caught your eye when you watched that game?
When I watch the Chargers, man, they're so explosive.
Right.
They're so explosive on the outside. And Mike Williams had a field day. And guess who's going to be covering Mike Williams? Your CB2 is going to have to cover Mike Williams. So keep an eye on that matchup. Diggs is going to do his thing. Diggy's going to do his thing, hold. It's going to be Keenan Allen. It's another tough matchup. We saw him do his thing against Mike Evans. He's going to go against Keenan Allen now. They got Jared Cook out there, who's a matchup against linebackers. Granted, he's a little older, but still, he can play. But they got Austin Eckler. He can run the ball. Their offense is very explosive. Now, Where we can take advantage of them is in our passing game, their
Right.
corners against our receivers.
Mm-hmm.
They got our boy Asante Samuel, who had a great week 1, bro. That was our guy. As
Right.
you were high on him, you wanted him so bad in the draft.
Yeah.
And you know the Cowboys.
I am not at liberty to speak on Asante Samuel Jr. anymore, y'all, because some players get upset at your boy, so I have to chill. Man. So,
Asante, Asante's really the only guy. Him and Derwin James, those are the guys that Dak's gonna have to just watch out. They can make the plays. Those lone boys can play, man. Derwin can play. But we've got matchups out there. Their corners on Amari and CD. And look, the Michael Gallup injury, I know a lot of people are mad at that, but I don't think we see a huge drop off with Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson can play. He can play, bro. He's one of my favorite players. He can play. And he's been there for a little while, and him and Dax got a lot of reps in, so he's not just coming off to just come in there and just like it's his first game. He's played before. He's been there. So I still think, bro, I think we can Asante trade. I think we can take advantage of them in the secondary. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, bro. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, and that's the only thing that fears me is our cornerback 2, Mike Williams, Herbert with that great arm. Herbert's got I don't know if you've seen any Chargers games with him playing, man, but he can throw the ball.
Yeah,
Herbert can throw the ball.
Right.
And Eckler can run the ball when he gets going. So, their offense, I see this as a high-scoring game, bro. We're going to be matching points back and forth.
So do you think that we're going to lean towards more of the game plan of what we saw on Thursday night versus Tampa, kind of just going back and forth?
Offensive-wise?
Yeah, because here's the thing. I look at their linebacker core. I think they're lacking there. I feel like with the run game, we can definitely run the ball. So I feel like, I know, Matt, please forgive me, but more of a balanced approach where Dak's not throwing 58 times, maybe 30 to 35. I'm cool with that. But Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard getting a lot more touches in the run game, screen game, underneath game. So I feel like they're going to have a clear advantage over their linebacker core. But also, it helps slow down the pass rush with Bosa. I mean, salute to my guy, Paul's Cowboy, but Derwin James just commented on his tweet and like they're going crazy right now because he feels like we can run the ball at Joey Bosa. But I have to kind of agree. Like, when you're a dynamic pass rusher, the last thing you really want to do is be involved in the run game too. So if we're able to, double team him with Zach Martin and Terrence Steele, or with Terrence Steele and Blake Jarwin or Dalton Schultz, or, those type of things that kind of keep him off balance, it's going to work towards our favor versus if they make us one-dimensional where we're just drop back throwing 58 times. Bosa is going to win one of those matchups.
Right. I love what Professor just said.
58 opportunities to throw versus, in pass rush versus Terrence Steele. You tell me Joey Bosa is not going to win one of those matchups. He's going to win a few of those. And so,
Kellen Moore's going to have to be smart in this game too. With Terrence Steele out there, you're going to have to run the ball. You got to protect your quarterback. You definitely got to protect his defense. Like I said, again, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Jaron Cook, Austin Eckler. This offense is high powered, bro.
Jalen
so you want to keep the ball.
Well.
And with our uncertainty at our end position, and then when our safety's banged up, we got to protect this defense. And the only way we're going to do that is by running the ball. But again, we're going to go back to week 1. What's our identity on this team? Are we going to come out here and just start chucking the ball down the field because Zeke gets stopped on 1 or 2 attempts? Is that so? We've got to wait and see what happens here. I'm going to keep saying this. I just think it's going to be a aerial assault show on both sides of the offense. I mean, Dizzy do his thing, and then if Anthony Brown can contain Mike Williams, we have a shot.
And see, here's my thing that frustrates me with the Cowboys, right? One, we didn't even see Kennedy that much on last Thursday night. But all draft, because we passed on Asante Samuel because he's so little, he's so short, right? And we want these big, tall, long, physical cornerbacks to play against these wide receivers. Well, you're going against one versus Mike Williams. What do you think that this might be the matchup that you want to see Nashawn Wright out there versus Anthony Brown? But I feel like the Cowboys, they just have this pet cat mentality where Anthony Brown's a made man, and they're going to continue to toss him out there until it's bad enough and the levees break and they have to move forward. Because a lot of people are asking me about Kelvin Joseph. He can't return until week 4, I believe.
Couple weeks,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, week 4 because he's on IR. Mm-hmm. And so, like, right now, the other opportunities we have to go to is Maurice Kennedy or Nashawn Wright. Now, me personally, what I would try moving Jordan Lewis to the outside, and maybe you bring Kennedy back into your inside as a corner. Maybe try that out. But what we saw to Anthony Brown and what we heard from Dan Quinn making those excuses about what happened on the play, that was supposed to have been the safety. Man. He's a mate, man. He's going
But
to be
he was
out
getting
there.
dogged all game, bro. Just on that play.
If
We
you
were
go
like,
back and watch, even that, I know they came on the deep ball. He got beat twice on the deep ball. He was getting beat underneath. Like, Antonio Brown really did whatever he wanted to do against Anthony Brown. And Tom Brady knew that. And so watching the film, you're already hearing Mike Williams come out and say, oh, it looks like they had fun out there. It looks like they had fun out there because he knows.
They've seen it.
Right. Because I was trying to see if I could steal Mike Williams, off a fantasy team, because I know that the matchups that he's going to get on Sunday is going to be favorable because Justin Herbert, y'all, he throws a lot of contested balls, like tight windows. And so maybe that's going to lead to some turnovers as well. But he's going to rip it. He's going to throw it high to Mike Williams. Keenan Allen's going to do his thing. Jalen Guyton's going to be their street guy. You also have Palmer as well. And so they have these wide receivers that really create a matchup nightmare for us because I've been saying this. What are the Chargers and who are the Chargers trying to keep up with? The team in Kansas City. And so they're trying to build their team to be able to handle these high-octane offenses because they're going to see that frequently, and they know eventually that's what they're going to do to get over the hump. So us, with our explosive offense, it's not going to be new to them. They've seen it. They dealt with it. They prepared for it. And so it's going to be really come down to turnovers, protecting the ball, special teams, doing the little things to win this game. But for the Cowboys fans that think that you can just copy and paste what we did last Thursday and just move that over to what we're going to do on Sunday and then we're going to be good, that's not the case. The Chargers are a very formidable opponent.
Very. We could barely generate a pass rush with D-Law and Randy Gregory last week.
Exactly.
And now they're both out in this game. The Chargers offensive line is pretty strong, man. They got a good offensive line. They got some talent there.
Sean Slater out there.
Should have been a Cowboy, right? But look, it's going to be tough, man. And we're going to have to find a way to get home. If this pass rush doesn't get home with these young guys, with Basham, Golston, or what's our boy, Dorrance Armstrong, it could be a long day, man. We've got to get to these guys. We've got to find a pass rush. We've got to if we have to blitz, if we've got to come with Parsons and using Jalen and Van Der Esch, so be it, man, in coverage. If they have to go in coverage, so be it. We've got to find a way to get a pass rush because if we let Herbert sit back there all day with those weapons, it's going to be a long day, bro. Right.
And my guy Matt O says, attack their left guard. Also attack their center. So I think in the interior pressure, but we were saying that on last Thursday about getting pressure in the A gaps and the B gaps.
We couldn't generate it, man. We couldn't get there.
Because I was telling you, like I was telling John, I was telling everyone else in the stadium, like, we just got to turn the pass rush up just a notch. Now,
just a little bit,
just a little bit. The one thing I'll say, that was Tom Brady, right? That was Tom Brady. So
he's known for his quick releases, quick
release. He gets rid of the ball, and so if we can make Justin Herbert just a little bit hesitant, I feel like our pass rush could get there. But now it's not with Randy Gregory and DeMarcus
or D-Law. Like who do we see? Who do you see right now that could make an impact in this game on defensive and the edge position? Who could give us something?
I can see Dorrance giving us something, but I can also see Bradley and I maybe giving us something.
So will it be Bradley and I starting for Randy Gregory on that side? Will it?
I'm not sure if it's going to go. They're going to go with Basham and Armstrong. Or they're going to do. I'm not sure what they're going to do. To be honest with you. Right. Yeah. So
it's gonna be tough, man.
Yeah. You also got to think about it, like. Rashawn Slater had a damn good day versus Chase Young, and we ain't got no Chase Youngs out there right now. So it's like, all right, so where the pressure is going to really come from, I agree with Matto, maybe from the interior, that comes back to that linebacker core, and maybe we see more of a 3-4-ish type scheme where you can blitz Jalen, blitz LVE, blitz Micah Parsons, use them in different situations to get that pressure because also, you got to think about Herbert. He's mobile as well, so he can move, and we all know they're efficient. They were very efficient on third down on Sunday as well, which normally is our Achilles heel. So those kind of agile quarterbacks that can move, and it's 3rd and 4, but all of a sudden they just scurry out and get the first down. And so it's going to be interesting to see how things really work out, man. But not having D-Law out there, not having Randy Gregory out there, because he tested positive again today. So today's Thursday.
Oh, man.
So I highly think that Randy Gregory won't be out. He won't be out there. So
Basham's gonna have to definitely step it up. I think I was reading something about him earlier that he played him last year. He had a great game against them. So we'll see, man. We'll see how these guys hold up. But if we don't get home in this game, man, it's gonna sting. It's gonna sting.
It is, man. It is. It's gonna be a hard fought battle, man. Like I said, but also we have to think about special teams, which I really don't trust still to this point, man. And it's all three cylinders of the game they start to add. But, it's like going back to, what we all said. It's like we cannot put Dak Prescott in the Tony Romo era where he has to do everything just for us to be the game. Because think about it. We have to literally have 30 points just to be in the ball game. Like, that's crazy right now. And it's been continuing to go from season to season to season, but in Dak we trust.
I just saw Jim Law said, Jay Tuck, you're selling Golston totally short. Well, we're selling him short because we've never seen him play in an NFL game.
No,
it's
Jim,
like...
No, Jim, go back, because I was the one arguing about Golston. Like, he's one of my favorite draft picks. I kind of went, Matt O doesn't like him. I like Golston, but we haven't seen him play. You know what I'm saying?
We haven't seen him play, man. He's got to show us. Yeah. You can't just come in here and say you're going to be a world beater. We got to see you play. We got to see you do your thing. You could come in there and you could get dominated or you could dominate. So we've got to see you first. Nobody's shorting him out. We just got to see him play.
Right. Yeah. I like Golston. He was one of my favorite picks, and I was kind of bummed out that he had the hamstring injury that took him away from complete, camp and also the preseason, because I like what I saw in some cases. But I'm not going to expect him to jump out day one and
have 4 or 5 sacks. No way.
No, not at all. Not at all. Let's see here. Bradley Anae has the best pass rushing moves on the team. I agree.
I give him that. Yeah.
Yeah. Bradley Anae is slick. He's slick, man. I like his skill set and the tools that he has when it comes to the pass rushing game. And
the problem with Bradley is his run stopping. That was the issue in college. But as a pass rusher, I'd love to see him on third downs getting after the quarterback.
Right. So, the Lunatic says, on a positive note, Basham led the New York Giants in pressure last year, even though he only started 8 games. Yeah. And so it's going to really be, I know my guy Sky tweeted this. He doesn't really want defensive end by committee. I feel like that's what we're going to have for the next few weeks until we figure out what's going on with DeMarcus Lawrence. Now, one good sign for Cowboys fans, I think that Neville Gallimore is on track. So I think he'll be back for the Panthers game. So that definitely helps, because what I've been thinking is you can maybe go to more of a 3-4 again, because you can slide Osa out and he can play in, have Gallimore in there, and then also have, whoever your other end that you might want to keep out there. So that's going to be a good sign if we're able to get Neville Gallimore back a lot quicker. But as of right now, it's going to have to be defensive end by committee, which it's an opportunity. And sometimes a lot of people relish in the opportunity. It's like, all right, it's a time for me to make something for myself. I know Dorrance Armstrong's kind of been on the outs, so possibly it's a time for him to make a name for himself. Also, Bradley Anae, who didn't get too many reps, and then also Basham. So a lot of these guys, it's out there for the taking. Go seize your moment. I mean, I can say the same thing for Terrence Steele. Like, I would love for Terrence Steele to have a good game, because here's the crazy part. We have to rely on Terrence Steele for 5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like Terrence can come in and have one great game versus Bosa, and then we can go back to normal. It's like, man, we're going to have to ride with Terrence or whoever this offensive line situation is for the next 5 weeks, because I don't know what the hell's going on with this Lyle Collins suspension. I given up.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that out for the world of me. I could not figure out what happened with that. That was just so weird, man. But yeah, again, like you said, the next couple of weeks, it's not like we can just say, hey, Terrence Steele, you're out. Lyle Collins is back. He's gonna have to play.
Right.
Otherwise, it's gonna be Zach Martin at right tackle, and we'll put Connor McGovern at right guard.
Yeah, my guy Jim says, Matt O says that Golston's USC game tape was bad. It was. He had a lot of lazy efforts, man. But sometimes when you get in dog walk, I get it. He says Golston has enormously long arms and caused many strip sacks and fumbles and tackle for losses. So yeah, we'll see.
Hey, we'll see. Hopefully he puts it up. Hopefully we see it. We haven't seen it yet, but.
A guy Tyrone Church says red zone is bottom. Are you talking about our red zone? Because we struggle in the red zone again.
Oh boy,
but
we didn't even address that, our red zone issues.
But the Chargers struggle a little bit as well. And so what do you think when it comes? Actually, I want to say this: a lot of y'all who've been complaining about the red zone and y'all been wanting to see this high flying pass Dak 58 times, y'all owe us an apology, because when we wanted Pitts to fix all this, y'all wasn't trying to hear what we had to say, man. Because Pitts would have fixed the red zone.
No red zone issues. We had Pitts.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear it, man. Keep your red zone issues. But let me ask you this, John. What do you think the reason is? Here we go again. Another situation where Kellen Moore is struggling in the red zone.
That was we didn't even discuss that after the game. Actually, I mean, we didn't even talk about our red zone issues. That went right over our head. But we didn't count how many times we were down there, and we could have taken this game over, bro. I honestly don't know what's the problem down there. You got CeeDee Lamb and Amari. We can Schultz, you got Zeke down there. I really don't know the answer to that question, man. We just struggle down there for some weird reason. We've got all these playmakers.
Right.
I don't get it, man.
I don't know if they tighten up a little bit or something. Is something because I mean the play call was there, so everyone's been highlighting the Zeke play. I know that's a lot of people.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful play.
It was a great call.
Was it Jarwin? Was it Jarwin?
Yeah, it was Jarwin missed the block.
Dude, if he holds his block, that's a walk-in.
Right.
He completely whiffed.
Right, and it was on Jarwin. I know a lot of because when we were watching at the game, I was like, Zeke has to make that play.
That was 6.
But when you watch it back, it was like Zeke was trying to go outside, and he could. It was too late, So everyone was like Zeke could have made that play. Like that was on Jarwin, but it's execution.
No, Jarwin blew that block, man. He whiffed on that block.
Yeah,
just give Zeke a little, just 2 more, 3 more seconds. Zeke's in there, but you completely whiffed. That's not on Zeke, man. That's not on Zeke.
It's not on Zeke. That play wasn't on Zeke. But yeah, I think when it comes down the red zone, it just comes down to execution. Now the Chargers have struggled in the red zone as well, themselves. So those are the little things that's going to make a difference because John will tell you. When Greg Zuerlein lined up for a field goal, everyone was saying, I sat down.
Man.
I sat down.
We were just about to walk out of the stadium.
And the guy next to me was like, bro, why are you, because he was a Bucs fan. He's a cool guy. He's like, bro, why are you sitting down? It's like, because he can either shank this or he can make it. Like, I don't know. And it's like, I can't trust Zuerlein. And that's hard to kind of go into a game with that mindset. Like, can we kick this 35-yarder? Are we good? And so we really have to start getting out of the red zone with touchdowns.
And
I don't know what's going to take to get there.
And that plays in the mind of the offense, the play caller, right? That affects your play calling because you're worried about your kicker that he can't make certain field goals. So you try to pick up a little extra yards here with being safe, without trying to be too aggressive because you're trying to just get him in good field goal range. So that plays a big part. Zuerlein plays a big part in this team.
Because here's what I'm thinking: hell, toss Simi out there. Like you went and got all of these big, tall wide receivers. Like make it Simi time in the red zone. Something has to change because we cannot continually end drives in the red zone, stalling out, hoping that we even leave with 3 points. Like it just changes the momentum of the game. So, that's going to be something that Kellen Moore needs to fix. I know he's aware of it because he's been asked that question for so many years, but fix it. Like fix the damn red zone.
I see what Matt says about Zeke still had a chance, but that safety made a hell of a play, man. That guy came up and wrapped up Zeke. Like he made a hell of a play. The angle he took on Zeke we got to give it to him. That was a good play.
Right.
That was a good play. He wrapped up Zeke one-on-one in the open field, but again, I still think if Jarwin makes that block and doesn't whiff, Zeke walks in.
Yeah, because I think Zeke had a bad angle. I think if it was
just Zeke, a bad angle from the way he took off.
He recognized that Jarwin missed the block too late. Like if he kind of just knew it was just one-on-one, he either probably went around the guy or went through the guy.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
He really was relying on Jarwin to make that block, and by the time he tried to shift and spin, the guy already had his hands on him. So even Jarwin was the sidelines and said, "What's a block again?"
We've got to try to find a way. We got to try to find a way to use Schultz in the red zone, some way, somehow.
Right.
I mean, he's been consistent. He's got good hands. We got to find a way to find him in the red zone. I think using our tight end a little bit more in the red zone will help us out.
Yeah, and I think that what you're starting to see, because we saw it, frequently on Thursday night, is a lot of 12 formation where we have Jarwin and also Schultz out there.
And Schultz, yeah.
But also, what I've finally seen is something I've been preaching in Bangladesh for on my channel, bro, is having Pollard on the field at the same time and Ezekiel Elliott on the field at the same time. And maybe since, Michael Gallup's going to be out for quite some time, maybe you'll see that a lot more because, like I said, you have to treat Pollard as a wide receiver and also a running back so you can create different matchups in your favor by utilizing Tony Pollard, in an appropriate manner. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. But we have weapons. We just have to use them. We have all the weapons
in the world, man. We got to score in the red zone. For some reason, we're having issues down there. If we can fix that, it'll be a nice season for us.
It will. So Cowboys fans, stay heads up. We're good. Like I said, as long as we got 4 out there, we're going to be good. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at right now. We're going through a lot of injuries. It sucks that it's early, but I still expect that we come out with the win on Sunday. So, John, before we go, bro, let me get your predictions about Sunday's game.
Yeah, I'm going to say Cowboys take this game. I would say 38-31 Cowboys take it.
Got 38-31?
38-31 with boys take it, man.
So we almost going to be Team 40 Burgers, man.
Yeah, we're putting up points.
That exciting, man?
I don't see their defense. It's holding down our offense. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
Yeah, let me know in the
chat,
man.
What do you got?
What y'all got, man? What y'all got, man? I got the Dallas Cowboys winning this game 31-27. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. I feel like it's not going to be a blowout game. I feel it's going to be a tough battle, but I feel like the Cowboys. Dude, jeez, man. So
see, that's what I'm saying. Look at Professor O. He's with me. It's a high-scoring game, bro.
42-38, man. Like, y'all just want guns blazing, but...
Dude, these quarterbacks, Prescott or Herbert can let it fly, bro. And these got some weapons, bro. I can't see anything lower than that, bro. It's going to be... Put some points up in this game.
Yeah, that's ooh, man. Oh, it said, autocorrected, changed that to where Cowboys 40-31 for Jim. It'll be a shootout, but I trust Dak more than second-year Herbert. Dallas 38, Chargers 33, Shane 36-21. That'll be nice. That means defense actually stepped up for once. Team. I got Rodney at 38-35. Yeah. Matt O says we give out 30 plus to everyone.
We're missing D-Law, man. We're missing Randy Gregory.
Professor O, did they call up Sprinkle? Isn't he still on the practice squad? They did call up Sprinkle off the practice squad on last Thursday. They did call him up, man. So I think that we got the Cowboys winning this game. I feel like we should win this game. But it's going to be an uphill battle, man. But I feel like even with the kind of injuries that we've been lingering on, I feel like we're more than capable of still winning this game, especially with our offense. Defense, but if they can force turnovers and continue what they did on Thursday night, I feel like our offense can definitely seize the moment.
Yeah, we're gonna learn a lot about the young guys at the edge position on both sides, both left and right end. We're gonna learn a lot about these young guys.
And that's where we're at, y'all. Like, me and my guy Nix, we kind of joked about it, like, oh, we're not gonna have an all rookie defense. Well, damn it, we're gonna have an all rookie defense. It seems like, because I was like, man,
it's a bunch of young guys gonna be trying to make a name for themselves here, man.
A lot of these young guys, man. So it is what it is.
And get ready to see a lot of Van Der Esch and Jalen out there, man, because Parsons gonna be in that pass rushing role now.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
We'll see, man. But I expect the Cowboys to come home with the win on Sunday. If not, Lord.
Oh, man. I don't. We can't start 0-2. Let's not go there yet. Yeah, that's another conversation.
Yeah, especially getting ready for Philly, man. Like, nah. That's not going to happen, man. But I feel like the Cowboys are going to win this game, man. So, John, my guy, I appreciate you for stopping by. Like I said, you're not even a guest, man. You're a fan. So anytime you just hit me.
Appreciate you, bro.
But for the people who see you for the first time, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, you guys can follow me at my personal Twitter, How About Them Cowboys, and you can follow us at SoFlo Cowboys on every social media platform, on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Come check us out.
Yeah, definitely follow my guy. Great follow, great content. And for those seeing me for the first time, Cowboys fans only on YouTube. Comment, like, subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter at JTuck151, and also go to CowboysFansOnly.com. You know the vibes. Who's the boss man? Fat man. Get back. Boss man fat. Kissy faces in the chat, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. But I feel like it's gonna be a fun game, man. So definitely stay locked into this channel. We got a lot more content dropping. Film sessions now. Like I said, I had to go deep. I probably got a damn virus on my computer, y'all, to get this film. I had to go through Reddit. I had to talk to some random guy on Reddit. He was like, "Can you send me your PayPal?" I was like, you know what? I gave him a fake PayPal just to see if it works. But we got the film, so it's like,
no.
The things that I do for y'all Cowboys Nation to make sure y'all get the proper content. I had to reach deep, man. But damn it, today I was determined to get this film because I was tired of watching like the broadcast view because I couldn't see anything.
Oh man,
I couldn't see anything, man. So yeah, man. So definitely stay tuned. Got more content coming. We are gonna get ready for Sunday, and we're gonna bring home a win. No slouch to my guy Derwin James. No slouch to my guy, Asante Samuel. Y'all know that I love y'all. We fam. When y'all come here to Kansas City, I'll be clapping for y'all. But on Sunday, the Cowboys are bringing home the victory, man. So it's your boy, Jay Tuck. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. Bench Saquon Barkley tonight. Go Cowboys.
Hey, Saquon, I just got a text. Saquon just busted a 40-yard run.
Oh, did he? And I bet.
There goes my bet. I had a bet. That was my bet. Zeke, Saquon over 40 yards, and I didn't bet on him, so there goes that.
Well, I told everybody, I was like, I was going to sacrifice and bench Saquon on my fantasy team, so he'll go off for everybody else's, man. So I'm sacrificing for y'all.
There he goes.
Here we go, man. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys have a good evening. We'll hit you guys up on next content, but turn on that notification